morning. This is the inside of the top leaves of a Miltonia sunset, and the little pseudobulb is starting to grow. And if I'm correct, there's a flower spike coming. So that's yay. I did a lot of work yesterday, apart from setting myself on fire. Oh, just a minute. It was time for a repot for this one. This is the yellow cattleya, and I was afraid of doing that because it has a massive sheath. Gonna take a while for that to bloom, but I was afraid of losing it. But I had to do something because the root system it had was going, and well, as you see, the new growth is busy with 4 new roots, so it had to be done, and I placed it on top of the media, and it is one of my holy plastic pot experiments, and it should do nice in this. I don't see the difference between a plastic pot and a clay pot, apart from the fact that a clay pot stays a little longer wet than this does. This doesn't get wet at all, but yay. Oh yeah, the Kingianum, and I hope it's visible. Take a move. Let me adjust it a little bit. Right there. Here. That's a new root. Nice green tip on it. So that's liking its place, and the little one is even better. Oh. Because that's making roots all over the place. There are still nubbins, but I'm not sure how a Kingianum reacts when it starts flowering, so that's going to be a little bit of a mystery. There is, yeah, I feel stuff here. Oh, yeah, those are definitely nubbins. Oh, you see that yellow one? That's a nubbin, and that could be one. And this is the big surprise. Oh, Jackie opened a flower last night. There she is. Oh, as always, diva behavior. It's not yet fully opened. And when it's fully opened, it turns red, reddish, and it is night scented. She aborted this flower, and it will probably never bloom again. Or will it? Could still be. Final blue. And Cattleya Pots of Paradise. Nice new growth. And we have, yeah, these are the other Cattleyas also growing. Look at that. Um, my Pleurophalis is not happy. It's coming out of the pot, it's going into a moss ball. Not sure how to do that yet, but oh. Latest leaf on the dendrochilum. No sign of flowers or spike yet. It comes from here. This is the old flower spike. But it's happy. Pots have been watered yesterday. This is the big odontoglossum. Wild jungle, I believe. Nah, not sure when this should flower. Meltoniopsis, yay. Red dye. Now, forgot the name. Growth are coming on really nice. And again, I'm not sure when this is supposed to flower, so. And I have sad news. This one is the Brassiae Summer Dream, and this, now it had fussarium. Oh, there, I made a note, but it stopped growing, although the roots are still being busy. This one doesn't want to grow. It's been like this for weeks, and it should be a lot bigger. Oh, and these mounted. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wanted to make an experiment of it, but I couldn't help myself, so they both got mounted, and we'll see what they do. Now, I believe it was Andy that said that birch probably won't work, and I wonder why. I already know that elderwood doesn't work, and that's an experience from Martin. I haven't tried it, and that's bad because it's pretty wood, and it's probably because it's acidic. Same with poplar and willow, and in fact willow has I believe it's a salicylic acid, which is where they make aspirin from. So that's all very acidic. I haven't tried it yet. I probably will. But please, Andy, why wouldn't this work? I have this one that's also on birchwood, and it's doing okay. I haven't seen new roots yet, but they will probably come in the not too distant future. Oh, and here's the Berryoda, sorry, keiki, and it is a keiki. There's a new root. So that's yay. This thing should flower, but it doesn't, and I hate it for it. It's a beautiful new bulb, but it's busy doing this, and that's not what I want. Yeah, I want it, but after flowering. Well, this one is taking its sweet time. Yeah, next year. Absolutely next year. It's getting its first winter rest at the end of this year, so the Cattleya intermedia, and if this continues, then I consider this one saved, because you can see that the new eye is growing. So that's a new lead. Yeah, anything else before I start to ramble? No. I'm out of breath. Wonder why. Smoking? No, can't be. Oh yeah, my encyclia cochlea, or, well, I forgot the other name. I didn't want a root, so I placed it on some sphagnum and hope the new growth will come. These are my other rescue plants. They are all standing in sphagnum. Please don't tell Durrell. Well, this is the only stuff from sphagnum, and it needs to be because they didn't have any roots. The Epicatlea? No, yeah. And this one is growing and making new roots. Yay! I'm at rambling point, so I'm gonna stop. Later. Okay. Are we rolling? Yes, we are. Okay. I just showed you. Wait a minute. Let me get a pointy stick. No, I have one. I just showed you the Brassia Summer Dream. Sorry. And I've been thinking about the mechanics of fussarium for a while, and this is what I came up with. If you, this is a cross section of a rhizome, and if you cut a rhizome, you can see, and I've done that many times, that it's made up of 3 different parts. You have a core, that's this. Yeah, that's the core. And that will ultimately turn into wood, but it's these 2 layers. And these can work independent of each other. This layer is producing the roots, and the roots take up nutrients and water and fill up this ring, and this ring gives it to the outer ring. It's the shell of the root. And this is where fussarium gets. It's in the 2nd layer. So at a certain point, when this layer is all clogged up by the fungus, the only thing the root does is provide nutrients to the fungus and nothing to this layer. And this is the layer that produces canes. And this is also the layer where they take meristem for cloning. So, this is what I think happens. And it's also the reason why it's so incredibly devastating for monopodials. Because they don't have this layer. Everything comes from this layer. Yeah. Am I making sense? I hope so. It's mainly to explain it to myself, but I hope, yeah, I hope this makes sense. Am I right? Later.